as I got older, the pain became unbearable, where I was
Wow.
like, I was in a lot of pain. So when I got the device, that was 2 months ago that I got the device. I got it May 4th, and it has been amazing because the pain is not, I mean, there's pain, but it's not as extreme as it was before.
Hey, Yolanda, thanks so much for coming to spend some time with me today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I love having meeting new friends, and especially since you're part of LWS, it's super fun. So can you
Yes.
start off by telling the listeners a little bit about how you were feeling prior to coming to QHS?
Sure. I have, uh, I was born with hip dysplasia, what they call hip dysplasia. So I had my hip, my right hip would dislocate, and then just become dislocated throughout my life since I was 7 years old.
Whoa.
So yeah, so there was it couldn't stay for some reason. I think the socket didn't develop, and so it would just kind of kick out the femur out.
Were you able to get it back in?
Sometimes, yes, sometimes, but it was very painful. Like, as you can imagine, it was very painful every time that happened. So there came a time when my parents they didn't want me to go through the pain. So they just kind of left it. And so I had a limp, because, when it would go up, my leg would become shorter. So I walked with the limp, for a long time, and until I was in my 40s, from 7 to when I was in my 40s. And so my whole body, because I was unbalanced, my whole frame was like out of balance. So it created a lot of pain in my bones and even my chest and my lower back, and everywhere, even my jaw, like on my right side, because of the, doing this, created a lot of pain. So I had surgery in my mid 40s. Finally, I found a doctor that could do the surgery, that was brave enough to do the surgery. So it was major surgery that lasted 7 hours. So what he did is he put titanium in my socket and my femur. They broke the bone, and they put all titanium in my leg. So,
Wow.
but there's still a slight limp. So it's still a little unbalanced. So that created, like I said, a lot of pain, that it was constant daily pain. I mean, I would get up with it. I wasn't able to do much exercise, and I love exercising. I love being outside. I love being in nature and climbing trees. When I was a kid, I love doing all of that. I'm very active. And so even with that problem, I was still very active. So the pain didn't really put me down too much. But of course, as I got older, the pain became unbearable, where I was
Wow.
like, I was in a lot of pain. So when I got the device, that was 2 months ago that I got the device. I got it May 4th, and it has been amazing because the pain is not, I mean, there's pain, but it's not as extreme as it was before. So now I walk about 2 miles a day. I go out and I'm in nature like I always wanted to be. I'm swimming. I I'm just doing a lot of things, and the best thing is not so much the activity, or maybe the activity is the one that is making me have a high on life. Like you get
Oh,
that
yeah.
high, you get that high. So it could be that the activity is doing that because I was so, I wasn't doing anything before. So it's just this happiness and joy and just feeling like I'm on top, and the pain is so much less, so much less.
So if you were to say that at the beginning, before getting your device, your pain was at a 10, just for this example,
Yes.
what would you say it is at now?
I think right now it's probably a 2 or a 3 at the most.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. Yes.
And I have heard many members say that having the device gives them an overall sense of peace and well-being. So it's probably a combination.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because even getting up in the morning, you get up and you're in pain, so it's not fun. And my husband would tell me sometimes, you're moody today. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm in so much pain. But but you know what? I still did a lot of things with the pain. I still continue to. I was always like, I didn't let it get me down for the most part. But like I said, as now I'm gonna be 60 this year.
Wow.
And so I'm like, now that as you get older is when it's gonna start getting bad, where you can't get out of bed and things like that.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore. Not anymore. I know. It's so much. There's just a huge difference. I wake up with a smile. I'm just like ready to go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So it's fun.
How's your sleep?
My sleep is okay. I mean, there's days that, like the past couple of days, I haven't really slept. I didn't sleep. My husband was gone for a week, so it was it's hard to sleep when he's not around. Mm-hmm. But I sleep better. But I didn't have caffeine. I didn't have coffee for about a year because I'm in even my way of eating is changing so much. So I stayed away from caffeine, but in the last couple of weeks I've been drinking coffee. So I think it's what's keeping me up. But
I love the bulletproof decaf coffee. That's
really?
what I get because I love the flavor of coffee. It's like my favorite flavor on the planet.
Yes.
But the bulletproof makes decaf coffee clean, right?
Yes.
Instead of using these harmful chemicals, they make it really, really clean. So you might want to try that and see.
So is bulletproof? Is that what you're saying?
Bulletproof's a brand. Yeah.
Okay. And you get it on Amazon or where do you get it?
They have their own website. Just look up bulletproof coffee.
Okay.
So I just buy the already ground and just make it with the French press. It's really, really delicious.
Really. And I like you said, I love coffee in the morning, but I know I cannot have it. So today I'm like, I'm not going to have coffee because last night I had a hard time sleeping. And I'm very sensitive to like medicine. I don't take medicine, like even with my pain, the doctor would prescribe, medication, but I'm completely against pharmaceuticals. So I don't take anything. When the pain was really bad, it was like I would take Tylenol but it had to be like really, really bad. So, so I had to, be put up with the pain and not have anything because I don't like any of that. I'm very careful as to what I put in my mouth, and I listen to you all the time. I love your podcast. Yeah. I'm like, okay, be careful what you put in your mouth because, that has a lot to do with how you feel.
Right. Right. Yeah. So you mean podcasts? You mean the hug videos?
The hug videos. Yes.
Yeah. Those are fun. I like doing those.
I know.
I'm like, one day I'm going to run out of things to say and then I'll stop, but I still have some more to go.
And I was thinking about that. I'm like, oh, I wonder if she had like do research, but I know that's what you did before. Wasn't that the job that you had before or something like that?
I had my own company. I've been a health coach for 12 years, something like that. But I'm done. I just hung up everything. I'm like, I'm all in with QHS.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
But I still get to help with all of that, help everyone with health tips. And so it's fun.
I know.
I love it.
I know. I love the one that you did where I can't remember what the topic was, but you were emotional and I was emotional. I'm like, remember
was it about the painting? Was it the painting about the chess game?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. It was like, oh no. And I'm like crying and I'm going like this, giving you a hug, a spiritual hug, because I felt like you were like so emotional.
Oh, I love that story. That was a good one.
Yeah.
So Yolanda, that brings us to my favorite question is pretty soon we get to go in the Q arc and we get to take all the life lessons and experiences and apply them to a healthy 30-year-old body.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with that do-over?
I love listening to Ron because the way he talks about, going within and that has helped me immensely, going within and trying to be in touch with yourself. And so I feel like I'm at that point right now where I just, nothing can make me happier, like I'm already there. And so just, it brings tears to my eyes to think that it would be even better, with the QR. I'm like, what am I going to do with all this happiness, all this feeling so good. So I just get emotional thinking about it. And I'm just looking forward to getting out of it and having my hip, because like I said, my hip has a lot of titanium. I want my bone. I want it to grow back. I want to grow my own leg. So,
cool. And then you're going to have a healthy leg. You're going to be 100% pain-free. And what are you going to do?
Yes. I just want to tell people. I want to, talk to everyone, even though right now it's hard to talk about it, with people, even with my own family, because they don't believe in it. I mean, they see me carrying my device and sometimes I have it in my pocket and it falls and then they say, what is that? And I said, oh, it's my device that's making me feel better. And so I put it back but they're like, they just kind of shake their head like, yeah, she's crazy.
Send them the member testimonial videos because they're all so unique. They're all so different.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're just authentic. So
yes,
that to me is what I feel like is the best story to share.
Yeah.
Hey, take a look at these videos. These are real people with real results. Some major, some minor, it doesn't matter because everybody's layers of the onion are different, right?
Yeah. Initially when I first got it, it was not like, I felt like nothing was happening. And so I was like, oh, well, maybe I'm going to be the one that, that 1% or 2% that nothing happens to. And then slowly started making a difference.
So happy to hear that because pain is just so debilitating.
Yes, it is. It is. And I get emotional talking about it, but sorry.
Don't. That's the best thing. When your eyes leak, your heart smiles.
Yes. I believe that. Yeah.
That's
so did
awesome.
I answer the question? Did I answer your question?
Yeah. Okay. You answered. In closing, what would you like to say?
I, first of all, would like to thank all of you for what you're doing, you, Ron, and for, bringing me into QHS and Cynthia and all the ladies that are in the calls. And I'm just very happy to be in the community. And I look forward to getting to meet you guys one day, maybe. And I just can't wait for the day when I fly to Salt Lake City.
Yes, it's going to be beautiful. And will you come back and do a part 2 video with me after the QR?
Yes, definitely. I can say I'm going to be dancing when I do the next video.
Awesome. You know, I used to teach Zumba. Here's a good story for you. I used to teach Zumba at my gym, I don't know, for several years, until I did a hip hop and my knee dislocated. And that's why I asked you, because my friend, I didn't even know what happened. I'm like, how did that happen? You know? And she's like, your knee. And so I shoved it back in. And anyway, I stopped teaching after that because I'm like, my knee, the lateral movement was crazy, but I love to dance. I love like Shakira and J-Lo and that Latin move. And...
I still do it. I mean, even though I was out of pain, but I felt like when I danced, I felt better. So I still do it. I mean, I have no rhythm, but I still do it. And I'm just looking forward. I think I'm going to take a dancing lesson, and I'm just going to go dancing.
Yeah, that sounds
with
fun.
my 2 even legs, you know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, Yolanda, you are so beautiful. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today.
Thank you, Tracy.
I look forward to seeing you again post QR for part 2.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Have a beautiful day, darling.
You too. I love you.
I love you too, Yolanda.
Okay.
I'll see you next time.
Okay.
Thank you for making this QHS project fly. This valorous admin team, thank you. The Key community welcomes you. Thank you for making your home QHS healthy and happy. Thank you for helping us place QH centers all around the world. Together, hand in hand, we make miracles happen. QuantumHealingSystems.org. Thank you.